On this beautiful morning, we have a brief, scary story with a happy ending. But that does not have to do with this. I'm just starting here to show you how beautifully the Petrea is coming back. It's roaring up the wonderful sculptural structure of the old vines, and we'll undoubtedly cover them soon. This alocasia is just doing beautifully well. And as we round the corner, we see that our sweet autumn clematis is just spending its blooms, but it's been quite a beautiful uplift around here. For some weeks, the Bordelon bananas look spectacular, but that's because of good fortune. Some weeks ago, when Lawrence was here doing some painting, I noticed that well, it was hard not to notice that the moon pads started to develop deep black blotches that gradually crept over the entire surface of the pads and killed them. And it was wiping out this plant, which was in the most spectacular condition it had ever been in. The gardener would say every time he came, "This is the most beautiful one of these I've ever seen." It was a thing of great uplift and beauty. And the leaves were dying. And I thought, do we have a fungal problem? What is going on? But that thing has never been sensitive to fungus before. And then I happened to notice some paint chips in this area just next to the bananas, where I had actually removed some of those other bananas to transplant them. Paint chips, and then I realized what had happened. And I talked to Lawrence, and indeed it's true. He discarded used turpentine in the bed right there at the base of this spectacular stand of Bordelons. And thank the heavens that the Bordelons are shaking it off. I think I can see some weakening effects, but they're doing fine. It really set back our moon pads, but those things are, I don't know what alien planet they come from, but they're amazing, and they're coming back, and they're going to be fine. But here is what broke my heart most of all. You remember that gorgeous flower? That one flower that was a Clematis Liberty that we had coming? Well, it grew up from a spot here. This is the one vine, this one little narrow vine. It went up here. And check it out now. There it is going there, dead there, dead there, dead there. It had climbed all the way up into the arch, and the turpentine crept over and killed it. And I was so heartbroken that I knew that I couldn't call y'all because it would make you upset too. So I waited and tended and watched and intervened, because what I did was, every time I looked over here, I was so heartbroken by the whole thing, by losing that Clematis Liberty, that there's one nursery in the whole country that actually has those things, and they only have them at certain times. And so I got on the list, and fortunately my name came up, and they just shipped it, and it got here yesterday. And so and there it is. That's a brand new little Clematis Liberty, but I've put it in a pot with its own soil and fertilizer, and yeah, I just couldn't stand the idea that this thing had been killed. It was making me too sad. But happy ending. Everything looks great. And it's a beautiful day.